y'all, what's going on? What's going on? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Hope you all having a good day. I myself having a good start, a good day. I'm going to work tonight. So I'm here to give you a Bell Collective franchise review. Hey CM how you doing? How you been? And what's up? So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe to the channel. And if you're liking the video, please make sure you hit the like button, share the video, let people know about me. And I like to have a good time. I like to enjoy myself. I don't take the show too seriously, and I have to have fun when I do my reviews. I like to be silly and funny. So let's get to it. Hey, what's going on? What's up, y'all? Shine bright like a diamond. You're beautiful like diamond in the sky. Listen, it's not my intention to hold off doing reviews of Bell Collective and Birmingham and everything, but with Bell Collective, it's like I watch a couple of shows, but it's like I'm just annoyed with some of the people. I just can't, especially the hey Casey Red Boo, especially with the Rogers. I can't, not the Rogers, it's them, the Pearsons. I can't with those two. Every year it's always some issues, and then in reunion they act like they all good. So right now I'm not gonna be all heated or whatnot, but I will have some things to say about their relationship and stuff like that. But hey, I know I haven't been taking no notes on no freaking Bell Collective. I took notes on Birmingham, so we will be talking about that as well. But we're gonna talk about Bell Collective first, and then the new spinoff of the franchise, branch of the franchise is Bell Collective Birmingham. And to be honest, Bell Collective has been one of my favorite Carlos King shows because I do like the concept of the show and I like the ladies like that. Some ladies I don't care for that much, but I do like the collective. It is in a drama and whatnot. More so than Love and Marriage Huntsville. Like I used to love Love and Marriage Huntsville, but y'all know my journey with that show. I don't review it. I don't watch it anymore. So that's done. It's back burner. Is it not right? So Bell Collective to me is like the only show that I watched of him so far until he come back with Growing the Gospel again. It's like that. I like that show. I ain't gonna find. I like that show, but let's get to it. Since I take no notes, this is gonna come one out of my head. But listen, how y'all enjoying it? And also, how y'all enjoying the Birmingham? Y'all liking it so far? How you feel like Stormy B is the anchor of that show over there? Because to be honest, I didn't really care for Stormy that much in Love and Marriage Huntsville. So I wanted to give her a second chance. I said, but I will commend her for being a great businesswoman. And Canvas Beauty has been very successful worldwide. So I cannot knock that from her. That's great that she has that. But as a person, I don't know. As a friend, something about her just seems off to me when she was on that show. But I'm trying to give her a second chance. And then even how she acting now with the first 3 episodes, especially towards the Tiffany thing and how she handled that, I said, girl, see, I don't know. But the other lady seems okay, but we're going to talk about them as well when we get to Birmingham. But Bell Collective, y'all, how y'all feel about that show? Are y'all enjoying it? Y'all like enjoying it? What's up? But yeah, we here, Bo. I don't really like her that much either. I wasn't really rocking with her like that. Because sometimes she acts off like she better than the program or better than people and whatnot. And then, but yeah, I do like Birmingham. I do the Birmingham show. It is a fresh new people, and the reason I like it is people that we don't know of. Just like with Bell Collector, it was all new girls, all people that we don't know of until we saw Selena, until she came in later on. But everybody else, I have not no idea who they are. So it was interesting to see their lives and whatnot. And I just like with Birmingham, it's to see all these new girls, their storylines and what they giving us, and we could have a fresh start. Unless y'all know them personally, then y'all have more insight on them. But me, I don't know these people, so I'm just going by what they show us. So far, I like good Birmingham. I didn't see her on Love and Marriage Huntsville because I stopped watching like season 1 or 2 mid season. Can't remember, but I'm enjoying her. All right. All right. All right, sorry. Yeah, post me to the phone. Let me know if I'm out the frame because I know I remember watched the last time I was out the frame. Sometimes I was like, because I'm mostly focused on the PC, but the phone people, I was trying to make sure I'm staying in the frame, so I will keep the vertical thing so I can see, make sure I don't get off the camera. All right, so Bell Collective. Let's get into that. So they said episode 4 to 10. So it's a lot of episodes. It's a lot of things, but so far it's really the progress has been mostly the same. So it's not like I'm missing anything. The collective as a whole, they got some work to do. They have some work to do to be safe. And I agree with Tim, but like the collective is not a safe space sometimes with some of y'all acting like you good for the collective, but you bring people in or you do things to make sure they're not safe. Now, this whole thing about Timber not sharing anything, like I said, I have Joy Timber. I don't have a problem with her. Like I said, they didn't like Timber sharing her life or whatnot. They could have let go Timber a long time ago. But so far, Timber is giving something they want to have her continue to go. I know they want to continue her because she part of the collective if she works or they like her. So I feel like if she was born and she was whack and she not sharing nothing, they could have been let her go. I like that. Oh, that's what's up. But with Tim, I had an issue with her. And I also like to do her voice sometimes. Tampa Sherry. The mind is working on our relationship with Melissa Mount. And the collective. So, that little squeaky voice is so funny. But her not feeling safe with some of the couples. I understand because Leticia, the main one who's supposed to be the anchor of the group, do a lot of things behind closed doors, and then when she get called out on it, she act like she don't know what she's doing, and then she want to apologize. I said, "Girl, you the main one who acting stupid." Like the whole meeting with Tampa's ex, that was low blow, and the other stuff that she has been doing behind the scenes. She had been on live. Now, with Maria, with Maria Latrice, they were back forth since season 1, so it was fair game between both of them. It was fair game between both of them, so I ain't knocking them for that. But Leticia, you was acting like you was not doing nothing. You was all cool, you was all neutral, but at the same time, you was all doing things behind the scenes. So I said, girl, people ain't rocking with you. And then you bring this Dusty behind Shantae here, like we care for her. I said, I like, listen, if you didn't want Amanda around, Shantae should not be around either. Yes, I said it. If you don't want Amanda around, then Shantae should not be around. Because what Shantae giving? Nothing. To be your mouthpiece. Be your vocal mouthpiece. It's like, girl, stop it. Okay, about Shantae and they coming in act like listen. Leave Shantae where it's at. To an outside noise, and then you bring outside noise, and you bring the outside noise in the collective. But if I had information, I want to bring it to the group and let people. No, we don't need all that. Especially when you and Tam were just now trying to get in good grace with each other, Leticia. But whatever. Let's get through these people. Like I said, like Tamara don't share nothing, so let's Tamara ain't hear much. Prayers to Tamara's father, because she's really close to her parents. That's in season 1. We know how close she are with her parents. So the fact that her father was in the hospital and almost like was a stroke or something like that. That was devastating news to hear. So it's good that she decided to stay with them for the time being to help him and whatnot. That's how it is. That's your love, your life. You want to be around to make sure they're good until, they can't be here anymore. So that's good. And Linda Simone, that little diva, when she came in, when they do that little sympathy, and she shared information about her life, and the good ladies get to see more of Tamba's life. because she said she tired y'all saying that she don't share. Even though she shared with Selena and Latrice, who's part of the collective, that's part of the collective. She shared with them, but y'all want to know their business. I said, if I would tell you, I want to show, I wouldn't tell y'all show my daughter and nobody else either. The way how you act, no. And you don't like it, you don't like it. What do you want me to do about it? But that little diva came with a little car. It was so cute. And she just came in, showed her little face, and walked right out. And I said, I know that's right, girl. Showed her. But that was nice. And I guess they got open. They see more of her life, and they didn't know about what was upbringing and things and stuff, journey she was going through, especially when the pregnancy with Lila Simone, the fibroid issues, a lot of things. So they get more insight, and they open up. And I guess they in a good pace right now. And so this whole Shantae trying to bring it in that table, and the mom supposed to have this kid. They're not in a relationship. They just had a kid as friends and stuff like that. And then she supposed to date someone else. I said, "Who's that?" And then she showed the person. She said, "What? Am I crying?" Hell to the no, we ain't dating. So who you get at? She said, "Oh, you know, people always say, oh, I got it from a credible source. Who is your source? Name them." I said, "Girl, bye." Whether her demand get married or not, all we know that she been dealing with this guy for years, on and off. Whatever happened, it is what it is. They got a baby together, so that's that. So Carrie poor, Carrie girl, Carrie poor girl. With her, what this business is, that mobile brick and spoon shop, let it go. Close it down. I know sometimes people, I think people in restaurant businesses like that tend to do too much and don't realize when to stop. Granted, let me warn, if you have a successful business and you want to keep expanding, that's fine. But when you expand to the third person, the third show, shop, opening a restaurant, yes, can be poor, and it's not working, then you have to cut your losses. Sometimes y'all like just hold on to things that are hurting y'all more than helping you. Now, you already had two, so you never fail. It's not failing. I know sometimes hurts to fail and to see something that you passionate about not working well, like the other two successful business, but you will hurt yourself more if you keep it around. So cut your losses. I think she put up for sale, but it's taking a little while. And also, I know the reason why she don't want to sell it too quickly because she's the employees that she hires. She don't want them to be jobless, which I understand. Like, I do understand that greatly. But I said, you have other locations. Can you probably relocate them or whatnot? But it's tough. I understand that she's trying to hold on so much as possible to keep them. But, other corporate don't give a damn about us. They can let us go in 2.5 seconds. But her Kevin poor husband, man, he is trying to convince everybody to talk to her to tell her to sell this restaurant, and it's hurting them. He telling mom, telling his mom, and Matt mom. I don't know. And Matt mom have an issue with Kevin Poor because I don't know. Look at that mom was trying to freaking fight Kevin Poor, even though they've been together for so long. Man, forget Brick and Spoon. Why you mother-in-law look like exactly? I don't know. That mother-in-law look like she about to duck your buck. Duck if you buck, what? Duck if you buck, and you ready? It's like what the hell is going on? It's crazy how he been with this woman for so long and he still don't like the lady. What is happening? What is the story? And then I don't know when they're gonna come back with new episodes because they kind of take a break right now. But I can't wait to sit there because she said, "Oh, I'm gonna talk to her. Let's go. Like, what's up? What's up with that?" I said, "Man, at the end of the day, we do. She does know she needs to sell that restaurant or whatever it is. But you try to talk to everybody in the mother to try to convince this lady to do what she got to do. It's like, boy, let it go." Did they say June? June, oh, June gonna be horrible because June, that's around the Love Island era. Yeah, but we'll keep up. We'll keep up. And it's crazy because Love Island UK and US is starting around the same time, one day from each other. One start on the first, I think another one start on the second, or the second or third. One of those, but they start right back to back. So, baby, child. And I don't know if I'm gonna review both of them. I'll definitely probably review the US version, but I don't know about the UK version because UK be so long and dragged out. Long and dragged out. And they just spice it up more, like the US version. But they could be more devious in UK. I ain't gonna front. I do like how they be playing. They don't be playing no drama. If I want to talk to you, I'm gonna talk to you. I don't know what it is. So the drama was there, but it just was dragging. The US version is more fast paced, but we'll see. They'll probably do that like I did last year. Just watch UK and just review US, you know. But we'll see. So they're coming back at you. All right. So, but Matt tried to get everybody to talk to Kerry Poole and stuff like that. So then Kerry Poole and his collective, how she brings some rumor to the group. And I was like, cause she tried to do her little Kerry P and all that stuff and things to get the collective back together. I said, at the end of the day, these ladies gotta let things go or whatnot to move forward. But if they don't want to move forward with each other, that's on them. It is what it is. Disrespect each other. So this little rumor about Selena and her husband Mike, and Mike's supposed to have a child. So what it is was that it was an Instagram picture with Mike, Glenn, and Cliff, and then somebody put under the picture saying that one of them is expecting or one of them having a baby on the way, so like that. And that's so they didn't specify who it is. So it was like, what? So I think Cliff told Latrice, I think he told his wife, and I think Matt told Kerry Poole, the pillow talking. And so then Kerry Poole brought us to group. But then she said she heard Marie talking to Selena about the watch out and some rumor coming out there, whatever's still going on. And I think so that's all happening. So I said, who brought this to the collective? I mean, to be honest, if y'all pillow talking, that's how the collective find out. But how did Marie find out? But whatever. But all of that, things was happening. Did Marie find out because she talked to Leticia? I tried, but there was so many details. It is what it is. But that's the gist of it. So that's what I want to know who bought this collective because what's going on? This outside noise, outside rumor, and whatnot. And she about to have the wedding, and she don't need this right now. Now Matt denied that he had no outside kid or no baby all the way and not like that. Because Glenn had a baby scare 2 seasons ago. And Cliff is popping up. Child. Cliff, he don't want no kids right now. So that's the Gabby Poole. Who was going to? She's like, well, I was saying I only say that, but because I saw you talking about me and talking about it like that, and you were talking like that, and then also like that, and then so I said, they Cliff and whatnot. So Latrice was not having that. She said, "You trying to blame my husband? It's like he pulled it into collective, even because he's been to talk to me." But I didn't say that because it was not my thing. But Latrice and Selena are cool. So I was like, "Child, this is crazy. This is crazy." And I said, "Y'all got nothing better to do." Nothing better to do, y'all. About baby rumor. I said that's all we got to do: attack the husband when I'm cheated or baby rumor. I guess a collective board. Find something better to do, y'all. So that's what is going down with the collective with this whole thing. So she just trying to know. But push forward with the Selena though. Selena, girl, you lucky. I know Matt want to have your teeth done and good. You got your little nice smile and you happy with that. But baby girl, when you go to these appointments or doctors, you need to let them know everything because you could have almost lost your life trying to get your teeth done so you get married. And failed to tell them you had high blood pressure. Now, and you had to go to out of state. I say you couldn't do it within the state. Why you have to go out of state? I don't know, it was cheaper or whatnot. But they went to Colombia to get teeth done. They asked her, did she have a disease? She said no. But I think she was thinking about that, like the prevalent ones, like HIV or any other disease or cancer, something like that. She was thinking about that, not so much letting them know that she had high blood pressure. But I said, usually when you go to the dentist, because I know when I went to my dentist here, they had a sheet. And maybe the Colombian people shouldn't have asked in that kind of way. They should have asked prevalent like list of different things that affect you and let you check off what it is. That's why I did my dentist because they had like a sheet and they say, do you have asthma? Do you have HIV? Do you have high cholesterol, high blood pressure? This, that. They have a long list of things, diabetes, it's like that. And you check it and be honest. Check it off. So if they would have asked it that way and she would have mentioned that she does have it, then they could have proceed cautiously because they do anesthesia and all that stuff on you, right? And your pressure was going high, and they said, we gotta hush this down. We gotta wait until next day whenever I get it done." I said, "Girl, don't you lose your life alone, no figure being vanity, and then telling people you have high pressure. You need to let everybody know. That's what you suffer from. Let them know." And maybe Columbus should have a checklist instead of asking, "Do you have a disease?" Because I said, "Selena, good, you good. We don't need you to go because you got so much else going on." And she suffered from seizures too. She had seizures in the past, so it was like, "Girl, you good?" But she got a nice smile though. I ain't seen nothing wrong with her teeth before, but when people maybe got an overbite and stuff like that, or stage or teeth behind their teeth, they want to have a beautiful sound for the wedding. So I understand you want to look good for your wedding day. But girl, you almost lost your life. And another country too. And I say, damn, you don't know what to do. You're in another country. Your family's not around and stuff like that. So that's why when you go to another country, you don't be doing so high risk thing. You just join the area, join the hotels, eat little nice little things. Don't do none high risk over there, and get your behind back home. Period. Because you don't want to be losing your life. So I talk about Kelly Ball, talk about Selena. She ain't had much going on. communication between Matt and Selena. We continue on building on that. He didn't talk more. Let him talk more, and let's see how this goes. You just speak up, man, and tell her things, and stop playing. Yes, now I'm about to talk about that. Thank you, Sia. Cliff doesn't need more kids. He has Latrice, and she's had the same age. Exactly. So, also, why Kerry's going at Marie? Yeah. Oh, yeah. That Kerry Paul and Marie going back and forth with each other. I don't know what's up with that. Is he trying to compete with Marie, or you trying to do digs? I don't know what these digs is for with Marie, or you trying to take her spot to be close to Letitia. I don't know, because it is weird that she's just taking these little dad digs at Marie. And Marie this season had calmed down because Marie was terror, but Marie calmed down because her treats made up. But she calmed down a lot. Marie's going her little thing. She said back in the day she had a threesome with a woman and a man and all like that, and I think she enjoyed it. Or no, I don't think she said she enjoyed it. She just experimented. It was cool what it was, but she don't see herself being with a woman with a woman. But at the end of the day, maybe it could be fun shade. But I was like, gosh, I get it. Maybe you like your opponent and you want to go back and forth with each other and shade each other. But I don't know, it's a little weird though. And then especially with this movement thing, you try to throw that like Marie started it and put it to collective. You got the idea for Marie. That's what you want to roll it up to collective. And Marie said, "Don't try to blame me. Like I put it out there in the girl." So maybe I don't know, but a little banter back and forth. I don't know. Maybe it is fun shade. Or maybe it just dang. But sometimes fun because the little fun shade might have some little hits of something going on. And you never know until you press them on it or let something else happen. But yeah, that's true. Latrice. Latrice, you don't need no kid with him. I said the time when you should have had it, whatever. After the time, we will all root for you because we know, like, good. You know what's up. You don't need no kid by him because at the end of the day, he's not gonna be able to fool you like that anyway. He's not be around. Basically, like he said, you been around when you was in the hospital now with the 5 boys. Yeah, we'll see more between those two. If it's more something going on than it's just the fun of it all. But we'll see. But we always say, Latrice, you don't need no kid by this cliff. First of all, he already have 5 kids as it is, and most of his kids is close to your age. And you got step grandkids. You don't need no kids. You got his 5, and you got grandchildren. You good. I know you only want it now because you go through your 5 boy journey. No, she go through the 5 boy surgery. And she's scared of that. She had the blood clot in her leg, and she had to get that fixed up. And then the 5 boys. She got 1 surgery and then it came back again. So she had to get more done. So it's like, so that's the reason why you want a kid now with him. Now that Cliff doesn't want none. At the time when he wanted it, you wasn't with it. And that was like, we was agree because I said, don't give it to him. First of all, he's not a person that we care for. I said, girl, you like Cliff, you like him. But none of us probably would be dealing with him. Very misogynistic, very traditionalist. Yeah, I think she's in her feelings too. Because a good deep dive, he really wanted, you could have had it. But we was agreeing with her but not doing it for him because she's not in a space that she feel comfortable having a child with him. Because, called her all kind of names. You remember that time when he put his hands on her arm, called her all kind of bees. So I started saying, Cliff, you doing the most. And I still don't really care for him that much either. You know, she still tried to sit there and try to tell him about her feelings about how she felt about being in the hospital and how she wanted him there. And then he went out and do things and you said, it's okay. He said, don't tell me something like that. And I'm going to do it. If you want me here, you want me here. I said, at the end of the day, yeah, people are not mind readers. You speak of your feelings. But at the same time, yo, if your wife is in the hospital and she care for it's other rules that you don't need to be told to stay. You want to stay. Just as when it was the roles were reversed and you was in the hospital bed, you would have want your wife to stay behind your side. And if she would have left you on the way, we would have heard the end of it. You had a whole issue about it. So I don't know. And then one person in the tree saying that he always there for her, and she know she can rely on him, but then other times she always say that he doesn't be around and I need him to be. So I said, what is it, girl? He's always there or he doesn't be around? Because I can think about the latter. I think more so the latter, he's not around that you want him to be. And that's when your hesitation on wanting him to bring a kid in the first place. And not only because you want to do it now because you go through the surgery issue. But I said, no, don't do it because you go through surgery and you got fibroids now. You good. And I was like, I said, you're a beautiful woman. You should be dealing with someone named Cliff. But we know she got daddy issues. That's the reason why she with him. Anyway. But I said, you could have done so much better. And the whole restaurant, I said, girl, I know you want to do everything, but hire someone like a manager to manage your shop, manage your restaurants while you're not around. You don't have to do everything on your own. You own it, and yes, you make the big decisions. But when it comes to bosses and big decisions like that, and running restaurants, you need to hire people to do things for you. That's supposed to be the boss. That way, let the money make for you, and you have to go work yourself. Yeah, she only wanted because she realized she could have the unconditional love and the child would never leave her. But at the same time, based on how you parent that, the children probably not want to be with you anyway. Yes. It's all about how you raise your child to have that. People understand that your children is what is yours. But when they become an adult, they become their own beings. And you can control anymore. So while they're raising up and you raise them, you have to do right by those years because those are the years they remember, especially when it comes to teenagers. They remember how you treated them. If you treat them bad, they ain't gonna be around. And then you have all that for what? They go back to being lonely. And people bring children in messed up situations, know they should not bring them in these situations. But the selfish need of them is what they wanted. So, girl, Cliff don't want no kids, and he talking about getting a vasectomy. There's a lot of guys in this show is talking about getting a vasectomy now. I said, I wish y'all all would took the vasectomy more seriously. I feel like a lot of guys should be on some vasectomy and then get off of it when you ready and you are capable to raise a child. So many guys out there having children out there and then not raising them at all, just owning them, don't care about them. And then you would think about vasectomy after the fact. No, do it before the fact, before you get intimate, all that stuff, and know what's up. Act like y'all don't know how freaking babies get here. Like, don't act stupid. And ladies, don't fall for the okie doke. Oh, He's fine. I don't do no. You know you could get pregnant too. So stop acting stupid. Y'all just love to drop your freaking guard down when it comes to the people you really saturated with. Stop it. That's smart up. I say yeah. Might as well get that vasectomy. Shit. Get it done. I wish more men does that. You know how this country like to regulate woman's body. They should regulate men's body too, but you know they ain't gonna happen because this is a patriarchal society. They will tell you when you cannot have a child. So I don't know about your cellular trees, but I don't think he be a suitable as a parent anyway. So that's he got 5 kids already, girl. You should be fine. So and you got grandchildren. Let it be. You raise those grandchildren as your own, and they if they like you, they name them around, and the kids like you, they can have you be around. Cause you know they adults. They gonna probably want some babysitters sometimes. Grandmother trees gonna be with grandma's house. Yes. So let's go on. What's going on? Let's see. Marie, ain't very much on Marie. Like Marie is doing her own little thing. I think she tried to open up another place. She's done with oh, what's his name? I guess it ain't that important to remember his name. That dustbag, that dusty ass cheater person, husband was, ex husband was. She done with him, and she doing her. She's talking about her son doing the little thing, doing his own thing. Ain't much going on with Marie life right now. So that's all right, Marie. Do your thing. Oh, Cedric, that was his name. Okay. Oh, I wish I still forgot. But it just popped in my head. So, child, that's that. Who else is left? Oh, I should have got them out the way first, but you know, there's so much going on with them. And this one, let's talk about Letitia, her dusty behind. I like to say Curtis. Exactly. Letitia. So it must be a reason why she got on this show to have her own. But I don't know what's to have your own when you always let this guy control everything. Like it was crazy at all this time. We were thinking that she doing her own thing. He does that. He was a cheater. Well, he was. He still is. For like, know about that. All that stuff. To come to find out he was the main breadwinner in the house, which usually it is traditional household. She was to be a traditional wife. She had no income. No, she had no income. Well, it was like everything was under him. The shit was under him. He would take care of everything. She had no bank account, no credit card. A lot of stuff that she supposed to have on her own, she didn't really have because he didn't want to have it. I said, how you set up in your relationship like that? How you agree to all that? And see, like I said, more power to people who want to have that traditional relationship. If it works for your relationship, it works for your household, it works for your household. But now these days, 2026, it doesn't work for a lot of people. It hurts you more than it helps. Because at the end of the day, most guys go treat you how you agreed on one thing, you go agreed on 20 years later. If you say you're going to be a traditional wife, they're going to hold you to that years later. They don't change their mind. Most guys do not change their mind once you agreed on something when you was in your 20s. Well, you should never agree to it when I see it. But they don't realize that women evolves and always changing. Things that happen, they want to do things. They want to do more. They may agree in the beginning, but they change their mind. But men don't agree, don't think like that. They say, no, you say that here, I'm gonna hold you to it. And we see this happen over and over again. And I watch a lot of these shows, watch a lot of these relationship couples, or ask people you on your own life who in traditional household how much they change their relationship. And most of them would say, no, I agreed on it, especially the guys. You see that. We see the evidence in front of us. They do not like you changing up on them. So she doing these brunches and woman empowerment and all this extra stuff, and don't power your damn self, girl. Even power your own self. How the hell you got no credit card? You had to open a line of credit for your mom. Your mom should be retiring in her own best life, but they gotta be helping. Like, moms always gonna help their children, no matter what. No matter how old you get. If you close to your parents close to you, like my mom was close to me, she raised me. No matter how old I get, she gonna still treat me like I'm a little baby. Yeah, 40 years old, she still treat me. But that's moms. So it's like your mom had to help you get a credit. I don't even think you had a 401k. I don't think you had a lot of stuff. Everything was under him. So that's why he acted the way he acted. You had been doing this all these years, letting me control the things, and now you want to boss up, be independent, which is fine. I mean, I'm not mad at her. I want to be independent, but don't try to portray that you teach other women when you don't got your life together. Don't front like that. You anchor the show, and the anchor need to help her damn self. Because I watch it, I see some damn girl, and you go through all this with this dusty ass motherfucker. Oh, I'm sorry. I ain't curse all this time, but whatever. And that's where he wasn't leaving. Now it was like, girl, you have all this, you don't need him. But now we realize she does need him. If you listen to everything she said, it's crazy. Even in the traditional lifestyle, you should have your own income. You should have things in your own credit card, own things like that. And one night, if you want to take care of the bills of the household, let him do that if that's what it was. But you should still have your own, because at the end of the day, they can just flip on you and just drop you to the dime in the hat, and don't let him control everything. And that's another thing. I understand you want them to be a leader, the household, all that stuff. But if you let them control everything, they could jam you up. Hey, we watch Housewives right now, and people will get jammed up by their husband. They realize what the husband put their names on shit, and they realize their names on things, and then they jammed up legal wise. Because you let them control everything. No, we could be a traditional household, but I need to know part of who you planning. Okay, what names on these documents? Who names on what? I need to know. And he don't trust you enough to let you know about things, to keep you in the breast of it, then you should not trust them to handle everything, especially when it comes to finance. So this whole season, I was rolling my eyes so deep when I was saying, oh my God, just gonna do new empowerment brunches, all that stuff. And somebody should empower her ass. But what's that? And then, she wanted to do her celibacy journey. She wanted to be celibate. He got pissed off about that. Oh, so you try to say you don't want to F your husband? And then after he left, she called him. I said, girl, what you doing all that for? Calling him for? Let me. He stormed out. But glad she still heard a firm of him not managing. Now he want to manage. Yes, be traditional if you want to, but don't be dumb about it. Exactly. Now he want to manage her business. I said, "Oh, Dad, you want to manage her? No, no, no. Be the husband and be a good husband like you supposed to be, and stick with that husband role. Just because you're the husband doesn't mean you gonna get control to be my manager. No, don't let him be your manager at all. First of all, he shouldn't entertain him try to talk about being a manager. That's when he got upset with that girl named First or Black, whatever his name is, Big. I won't give him a name because I don't remember his name. Big, being at the freaking manager, and she had like that. And then him and Big had an argument. And he want to go fight and all that stuff like that. I said, "Oh boy, sit your ass down. He ain't gonna touch nobody." Hey, you want to be manager? What you know about managing? What you know about managing? What skills you have to be a manager? Manage. I said, boy, bye. Got no qualification. So she needs to have a third party, someone who don't know her, to manage her business and whatnot. She asked if she could be an advisor. I said, play it. Now he feel played in his face. So you want to be an advisor? I said, you should even give him a title of advisor. Let him be a husband. Keep your business separate from your husband. If you want your independence, your husband should not be involved in any form or shape or fashion of your businesses. Period. He don't like this new Letitia. He hate it. I guess you didn't like it because you don't like that she changing upon you. Which she should. And then do you believe him when he said he have her on a life insurance? Because when she asked him who the beneficiaries, he said his mom, and then he said his son. And then she saw her face while she's like, oh. I said, yeah, if you have a whole wife, why the hell your mom is your beneficiary? Especially if you're married. Oh, he said, oh yeah, you on there too. It's split three ways. But when had you paused about answering that, I said, nah. I don't believe that. I don't believe that she's on it. He saved her face by saying, oh yeah, it's split three ways. But even so, I said, why we split it three ways? If you are married, you have a whole wife, it should be between her and the son. Unless you're single. If you're single, then yes, your parents should be your beneficiary or whoever, siblings or whatever. Because right now I'm single and I have a life insurance policy. If that happens to me, then my beneficiary is my mom and my younger brother who I grew up with. That's that. Can it change in the future? Maybe it can. But right now, that's what it is. If I had a kid, then it would go to my kid. But I don't have no children. So I don't know. But Letitia, you can't be no anchor of the group. You can't anchor nothing. You can't anchor a collective. You can't anchor this relationship. You can't do nothing or empower no other woman until you get your ass together. Have your own bank account. I guess you got to go credit card now. And then she talk about post up, and now he upset about that post up talk. I say yeah, post up is all talk about splitting up the assets of the stuff that you have built together in the freaking thing. If something does happen, what it is, what was agreed upon and spoken up, that will go to what and what to what parties. And now he's talking to his lawyer about it. I say, yeah, you might as well, Chad, because she's talking about it. Listen, when she put plans to action, put plans to action. Don't give him a chance to talk you out of it. Do it. It's the way how this guy is acting. Boy, bye. And what is he doing now? The only time we talk about he was on a boat, but he ain't doing that boat thing anymore. And he both had a trucking business. I don't know if that going well. So what is he doing that you got to be relying on him all the damn time? So hence why I feel like that's why she joined the show. It's maybe before we even find out the truth about all that finance stuff going on. But now we know the truth. Maybe that's why she joined the show, to have a little income for herself. But anything else that was important in the Bell Collector before we move on to Birmingham? Oh yeah, Letitia and Latrice get making amends. We'll see how that goes. I know they all making amends, and they gonna still not being dumb about it. They still hold what happened to each other in the forefront and in Fort Mines, and not be dumb about it. But Latrice and Letitia making it up, and they do the double date and all the extra stuff. That's cute. Try to get back together. You know, Cliff and Glenn was. They was like, oh my God, y'all get it together. I'm missing my bro. I'm missing my bro, man. I miss hanging out. I missing my boo. Oh, well, so we'll see how it all the last. They make bygones be bygones. They decided, but Letitia, that little Shantae you got, it gonna hurt the collective more than you do. It gonna hurt the collective more than helping. So you better drop that girl. She could be your friend and everything, but I start bringing her around and try to bring the boomers around in the group. And I don't care you try to clear the air and bring it out there if you know something, and that's what y'all want to agree upon. Oh yeah, Taylor activated that last episode. Taylor said, no, Latrice's not here. I'm not sitting here, no ma'am, no ham, no making the cheese. I'm not sitting here trying to deal with her, because we just talk about outside noise, and you gonna bring the outside noise, and Latrice's not here. Nah, we not doing that. I'm out of here. Get the F out of here. Don't even talk to me, because you're the outside noise, bitch. Can I ever do to play with you? I was like, oh no, that's activated Tampa. I mean, the last time we got Tampa activated when she was talking to Andrew that. We a black man, right? Or the accent without the way. So you know what Tampa say. I'm not sitting here with this or this, with the negativity. So I said, oh, chill. F. Shante. And if I was vindicated, if I was vindictive, I would bring back Amanda. I don't care. That morning, walk to that door. Cause all hell. Mister, why you brought the man around? And I did. For real. See, I know you moving forward. I thought so too till you bought this dusty ass trick. So if you want her being around, I'll bring Amanda around. You don't get to do what you don't get to do whatever you want to do. All right, that was Bell Collective. Talk about that. Let's shift gears to Bell Collective. Birmingham, a franchise of the Bell Collective community. I feel like the Bell Collective community could do way better than the Love and Marriage Huntsville community franchises. I'm sorry, no man, bacon and cheese. I don't care what y'all say. I love the Bell Collective more than the Love and Marriage Huntsville franchise. Because Detroit wasn't giving me, because like Detroit cast, I hated every single last one of them. Every one of the cast I didn't like. For real. She didn't show out. She just said, "Oh yeah, he was texting DM me. He gave me money. He may give me that chocolate dick every now and then, whatever it is. I don't care if they did or not, whatever. Allegedly." But yeah, she was chill. She wasn't a bad thing. But I would say, listen, you gonna be Sean Tapping Amanda. It's like that. Detroit, I laid her every one of the cast in Detroit, and then DC. I don't know. They messed up DC. They had showed them the second season, and then they had a whole out a year break, and they came back with the same season. I said, "Nah, y'all messed up that show. Let's call it Color of the Day and whatnot." And I gave DC a chance because Monique, and then she got left. She left that show, whatever. And Winter was the star of the show, but Winter left, and then that's that. I mean, but let's go to Birmingham. I mean, let's show you the picture of the cast. The first time showing after another review. After I do another review of Birmingham again, y'all gonna be familiarized who the ladies look like. All right. So let me show you the picture. It's a cast. So Stormy Steele, if you had not watched Love and Marriage Huntsville, she was on that. She is the CEO of Canvas Beauty. That's her baby. A well-known, well-wide beauty supply merchandise that's doing really well successfully globally and also in TikTok. So more power to her. Stormy Steele is the anchor of the Birmingham cast. So because she loved Love and Marriage Huntsville, and after 2 years, she became back. So now we here see her again. Amber Jones, she worked for Canvas Beauty as a let me try to as a CEO of Canvas Beauty. Oh, so well, Stormy's the owner of Canvas Beauty, and I guess Amber is the CEO of Canvas Beauty, working for Stormy. They've got Tiffany Jones, the blessed one. I said those blessed ones. Listen, they in trouble. They're in trouble. Every time we get somebody who's so holy and saved and blessed, they usually the one that give it the most drama. Because they judgy toes and all that extra stuff. But we'll see how Tiffany is. And then we get Food Me Ford. Now, something that Food Me said, don't be off in that first episode. We will get to that when we talk about it. But she explained herself. I still don't agree 100%, but at the end of the day, I understand what she's saying. Whatever it is. Whatever. And then got Kayla. Kayla's the girl who divorced and she date older men. I mean, that's so far. That's the gist of it. All that stuff. And Fumi is an influencer, Nigerian influencer. Tiffany's the blessed one. All that stuff. I think she preaches and stuff like that. And also businesses she has. And but y'all work for a story. Okay, let's get into it. So y'all see that would look like. I'll get off of it. So Stormy, 2 years and #1 TikTok seller. She broke the record of TikTok. And I said congratulations to her. Go ahead, do it, girl. I like TikTok to watch the videos. I don't post. I did post the videos every now and then about my content, but I need to do more of it to show more people, bring more people to my YouTube channel. But no, it is what it is. So she said she been traveling, she been doing interviews, she been going out of the country, meeting other people in different in the industry in different countries, and expand her franchise, expand her reach. I said, go ahead, girl, open your businesses, expand, girl, expand. So she said, well, it been her dream. She was a college student. She had a dream. And she was a hairstylist. And I think she gave up continuing college to be a hairstylist or whatever. And her mom called her a dumb bitch and all that stuff like that. I said, oh my gosh, that's messed up. Because you know her relationship with her mom in the other season, you know, in Love and Marriage Huntsville. She should introduce her mom in Love and Marriage Huntsville. And her mom I don't give a what attitude sometimes. So, you know, we'll see how that goes. And we will see her this season as well. So Kevin's Beauty has been successful, but they never had a collab with a celebrity. So Lala Anthony reached out to, I think, Stormy on DMs, and they decided to do a collaboration. This is the first ever celeb collaboration of her Kevin's Beauty. And they're going to do a 4 and 8 hour TikTok live to sell the products. This is forever, because she did live before, but it was never this long. So I was okay. So we saw that she opened up, receiving a prototype box, which I was like with Stormy. I said, what kind of ugly, dusty box is that? It looked all flingy. The freaking inside is flopped out of it. I said, where is this? And you must be showing a sample. This is what the sample box looked like. I said, that looked cheap. But Michael, the person she worked with, said, no, that's the prototype. Trust me, that's just not that what it is. The actual box will be better. And trust it. But I think the box gonna be kind of like close, pushing the time when the live is, and they might not have it on time, but we'll see how it goes. So Amber's the CEO of Kevin's Beauty. She met with Stormy, and they went having dinner to meet the new people in the group, because you know her Stormy talk, and she introduced what other ladies in the group and who she gonna be meeting, who's the new collective, and try to get Stormy meeting new people. Because you know Stormy sometimes she has this thing that meeting new people is whatnot. Oh yes, and then you gonna talk about the budget. Yes, later on he said, "Oh, the budget was." I said, no man, don't try to play me about no budget. The budget is there. I got the money. Ain't the money. Don't trust me, boo. The money is there. Ain't nothing wrong with no freaking motherfucking budget. The budget is there. I have the money. Give me right with the boxes. Try to play me. Yeah, I caught that shade. Because I'm black. You try to say I don't have the money? It's out of here. Said the box, they said gonna be like delivered by February 23rd. But she said she gonna be live in January 30th, so it will be late. I said, oh damn, that's a whole almost a month later. So what the hell's gonna be going on? How you get the box? So Stormy's crying because she didn't like the box, and the box is gonna be late. It's too much. It's her 48 hours live is coming up in like a couple of weeks. What's going on? So she had a little new dog like Trey. She said the Trey was an abused dog. He is her emotional support pet. So that Trey's a little cute. He got 3 legs. She carry him around. She carry him around a lot. So that's what it is. So Kayla, she's a teacher. She teaches people how to model. She into modeling and acting. She prepares them for the modeling and acting. Well, I think last time. And so she said the reason why she started off with that, she had a daughter that was in the movie, and people said, "How you get your daughter to do it?" And so she said, this is what she did. But then she started realizing she could make money out of business out of that. So she started opening up her own thing, try to teach, help others, and that's how they came to be what she's doing now. And she said she has been divorced. It was finalized in September. She was 17 years old when she got with him, and he was like 32. I said, "Oh, child, this age gap." First of all, that guy predatory. What the hell you doing with a 17-year-old? What are you doing with a 17-year-old? Other than snatching her youth up. I just can't. I just can't. That is, ugh. She was a hula girl. A hula girl. I said that won't be the hula girl, and that's what it is. That's how you got you. Maybe that's how you started dating you, something like that, because you were a hula girl. Now Tiffany, she's a praying mother of three, the wife of Willie Jones. Now she introduced him like we supposed to know who he is. I don't know, remember who he is. Do y'all know who he is? And if he is well known, okay, my bad. She got multiple businesses, and she's the Christ girl. So we saw a scene where her leading Christ prayer, and Amber is part of it, and whatnot, helping women each other in Christian life and whatnot. I said, okay, girl. So we get Fumi, Nigerian born content creator. She got 400,000. For real, she introduced like we both to know who he is, something like that. Content creator, 400,000, lifestyle, fashion. She got married. She got 2 kids. She got multiple businesses. She want to buy a house without selling the house she is in right now. And then she talk about her close relationship with her sister, and her sister was like a mom to her and whatnot. And I was like, good. So during that time, she was talking about that. Fumi was talking about houses, right? And in case of where, and I think Empress could tell you how I felt about when Fumi said this. So she's talking about houses, and she was talking about talk to her husband about getting a new house. But I said the one that she has now, which is crazy. But people like that got money. They got money. I'm not rich. I don't know a lifestyle like that. And if I did have that money, I don't think I would be buying all these damn houses like that either. And I don't ever want to buy a house because I don't want to be paying for everything to get fixed. I like somebody who fix things when I can call them. Yeah. Especially on my own money. Maybe get a condo. Get a condo. Because you can have the ownership and have people still in the building who could call to fix things for you. Without having to deal with the house hassle. But I can do that. And then maybe get like a small, little cute house somewhere else, like a nice little warm area if I want to go to over there and travel to my little house. But that's cute. But enough of that. That's not me. I don't have that. Fumi said by the house. So she said in the confessionals that a man had no say. The man should not have no say when buying the house. Just write the check and that's that. And I said, oh, nope, nope, don't like that. I'm sorry. Beat me, beat me. I don't like what she said that. I don't care. What do you mean they should have no say? Just write the check and you just do whatever you want with it. Nah, that's not me. Not me. If I'm in a relationship, nobody gonna tell me just write a check and you don't have no say in something. I said no. If I spend my money, I'm gonna have a say in something. I'm gonna say I'm gonna see with this house. Especially y'all both gonna be living in this house. It just rubbed me the wrong way. I mean, I ain't pissed off about it because I don't give a damn anyway. But no, I feel like my life decisions, especially a house or any major decision, it takes two to make the decision, not one person, and then just write the check and it'll be about it. No. because I gotta get comfortable with the house too. Just like with the wedding. A lot of women say the man should not be involved in the wedding. Just I'm not. If I'm gonna spend my money in this wedding, I'm gonna be involved in every aspect of it too. That's why I don't want no big wedding. I ain't spending all that much money for no wedding for only a freaking 10 minutes of when it's only 10 minutes of freaking the ceremony and everything else is the freaking reception. So all that money to stay there for 10 minutes. Go, y'all been enough wedding, y'all realize that freaking ceremony is only last but so long, 15 to 20 minutes, and everything else is reception. You spend all that money for that? Ugh. But yeah, but she explained herself. She explained it on the podcast. She said she still stand 10 toes down on what she said, but she did say whatever works for your household, work for your household. And then she said the reason why she said that is because she works at home. She works at home, and I think she said she'd stay home mom, something like that. But no, she works at home, and then she does like the architect or the cleaning, whatever of the house and everything. So all that stuff, she's in the house. She's doing the most decisions. So yes, you should not say much about that because I gotta be comfortable in the place I'm in. It's because that's she stay. But she did say she cleared up. She said, you know what, he should have the say and what about the budget and what it costs too much. All right, this is how much I'm giving you, this is how much I'm spending, and that's you got to find a house within this budget. And like, if it's too expensive, he can have it say that and whatnot. But anything else, he should have no say. That's what she said. I said, okay, I understand your viewpoint, but it doesn't work for everybody else. So it doesn't work for me. If I'm gonna be involved and I spend my money, and if I decide to live with my partner, we are both equally gonna view and make a decision. I went here and just like to check it. F you. I'd rather stay in my own apartment. Yeah, that is me, y'all. Y'all felt like y'all like fool me. Y'all like what she said. Go ahead. That's fine. I like Amber. She lived with her niece, Kylan. And her niece also worked for Canvas Beauty. But she used to do basketball, and now she does she play basketball professionally, and now she works for Canvas Beauty. And I guess Canvas Beauty orders like 5,000 boxes. They only got 2,400. And I said, "Oh, what's that? What's going on, y'all? What's up with the order? Like, who is involved in all these things?" And she had a problem with Kayla. Now, this is where we start with seeing Amber and Kayla. I said, what is going on with Amber and Kayla? Because it can't just be that we all know each other. At one event, she came in, she say hi to you, she say hi to all your son, and she ignored me, and they say hi to me when they met. So Stormy was like, oh my gosh, I like Kayla. Because Stormy like Kayla. And then Stormy and Kayla had like sit down there and talk, and then she invited her to the event. And she said, "Yeah, I just need to get to know each other, maybe a misunderstanding and whatnot." But I would say, okay. But then Amber kept pressing about it, pressing about it, pressing about it. That whole episode, pressing about it. I said, "Good, Amber, you annoy me. Either you ignore the girl, or go to her and say hi to your damn self." I can't stand with somebody so agitated about somebody not doing something to you. Or you go to them and talk to them if you want somebody to talk to you so damn badly. You got two legs. Cause stand over there and talk to her if you want her to sort of say hi to you so damn badly. Otherwise, if she didn't say hi to me, I don't say hi to you. Period. So Stormy having a party. Stormy had the party. The manufacturer told her it's gonna be a better product of the box because she talked about it and she didn't like it. She said they're gonna be better and whatnot. She'll have a pre-release event. A lot of ladies is coming. Tiffany brought her boyfriend, her good friend Kendra. She said Stormy met Fumi through social media, so that's how they connected. And kind of brought a guy named Jason to the event. There's another guy, and now her husband that she married. She divorced her husband. Now she got another older guy. I said, I know she like her older man. I know that's right, girl. So Amber was bothered by Kayla not saying hi to her. So Kayla, Stormy said, "All right, let me bring Kayla over here. You want mom to bring her over there? Let me go over here." So they sat down. Amber mentioned what she had to say. It kind of said, "Well, I don't remember. I don't remember doing that. I don't remember doing that." I said, "Girl, you will remember if you say hi to her or not. Don't try to play yourself." But I won't give you a benefit of the doubt. If you don't remember, you don't remember, girl. But I don't believe you say you don't remember. How many people you hugged that damn night? But she said she don't remember. And it was not a malicious thing. And when I so continue from last week, the episode 2, she said, Kyla said, "It's not on purpose, girl. It's not on purpose. I did not ignore you on purpose." They had no problem with her. Kyla said, "I don't have no problem with you, Amber." And they agreed to lunch. I said, "All right, good. You said the first time she did that, right? Now she did the second time. All right." She said, "Not on purpose. If you're in the room again together and she don't say hi to you, I want to hear nothing." I said, "That's how she is. She tried to pretend that she don't know you and like that, and she don't talk to you. So at the end of the day, it must be something deeper." Because I said, it got to be something. Because you cannot give me that she just ain't talked to you 2 times, and then the third time she coming around and she still don't want to talk to you. Out of that, is some beef going on, and y'all not telling us yet? Or she pretended like she said she don't have no issue with you, and she does have an issue with you. It is what it is. So we'll see that. So next time you have an event and she don't say hi to you, Amber, you know what's up. Don't even press us about it because I'll get annoyed with you, girl. So Tiffany is going to have a game night. She said that's really big on what she does. Her husband does this couples night and it's game night and it's great. You got to be a +1. You got to bring your partner and have a good time. So she was talking about the t-shirt and the hat like her husband. Right? It was weird because I said, what is going on? What's this energy? Because it is weird. Because I said, girl, it's stupid how you so pressed about it. But then Kayla act like she didn't do it maliciously. But you did that twice already. So, girl, stop. Exactly. Exactly. The game night confirmed exactly what folks say about super Christians. Be all that, but freaky deaky and all that. So very judgmental, very judgy, all that extra stuff. I said, girl, stop it. Stop it. Don't do that. Want to condemn others. Well, you know all that. Why y'all playing the game where y'all put a straw and figure bottle cup in between people's legs? Like, what was doing all that for? And then I said, girl, stop it. So I think they already have how many children they have together? Two, 3. She got 2 or 3 children. I think no, hold up. I think they got 1 together, and I think he got 2 before, or 1 before her, whatever that. I think they got 3 together, raising 3 kids. So she wants another baby. And he said, nah, no ma'am, no hand to making the cheese. I'm not giving you no little kid. I want to get a vasectomy. I want no one more kids. And she was taking a bite about that. So now she's all gun ho. They said, "Oh, I'm not on the birth control." And my husband said, "Well, he wanted to vasectomy." So she tried to get a looky and do that little vacation they have right quick so she could try to get knocked up. I said, "Don't do that. Don't do that. See, you whack, Tiffany. See, I don't care. Don't do that." And y'all think it's so cute at the end of the day. It's like at the end of the day, yes, you have money, all that stuff, like all that stuff. But if the person, your partner, is not ready for another kid, listen to that because it's gonna hurt your relationship. See, the man telling you he want to get a vasectomy, and he don't want to. At least he's telling you. Instead of go doing it, and they telling you, and now you what? You upset because he want to have a sex. He want to not want to have another kid with you, girl. You raising one right now, small. You raise a young one right now. I think 2 years old, and then you have an older child, two other children. Like, girl, stop it. Stop it. Why we press why we on hot box and dog in the heat? And I know she says, yeah, she knows he knows I want a large family, all that stuff like that. But you got 3 kids already, so that's large enough. I don't know why we so pressed about pumping children out. Like, let me stop. Whatever. You do what you want to do. But at the end of the day, girl, if your husband don't want any more kids and you want more, then that's something you have to discuss, and it is what it is. But I don't feel like you should try to get pregnant and try to low key trap or whatever it is just to get pregnant and y'all be stuck. It will take away. And then he could be resentful and don't want to be around and be treating you bad. Oh no, I don't got time for that. So Fumi had an event and she said she want to bring her Nigerian culture and Fumi felt like Tiffany is not welcoming because when Fumi was at the vet, she was talking to her best friend, Tiffany's friend, and Fumi loves to talk. You could tell Fumi loves to talk. She one of the people that she could hear herself talk all night, and you just have to listen. You probably want to give the edge words in. You probably get a word in. She one of the people who would talk her whole life story. And all you gotta say, oh yeah, girl, yes, yup, yes, yes, yep, mm-hmm. What really? Just give a little acknowledgments, and they're gonna keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. She was talking all night. So Tiffany was sitting there drinking, and Tiffany was giving some kind of eye and stuff like towards Femi. So Tiffany also act like you wasn't giving no little energy about Fumi talking your friend in off, and you was in between them. So Fumi felt like Tiffany was not welcoming. And so Fumi talked to Amber. Amber said, "Well, Tiffany's a bubbly person. Like that's how it is, because she does present herself as this bubbly. Hi, oh my God, and then you could be that, but also you could be a mean person to other people, and you sometimes you don't realize you give it off, and then you got this crisp life a person persona to you. You could be a little judgy. You could, like super Christians, like you said, they could be major judgy." So every time I think Stormy got there, or Amber there, and then Stormy got there, and then every person was coming in. Trey was cool and calm, collected. Trey was a Stormy arm, being cool. Baby, once Tiffany came in our kitchen and try to go towards came in that kitchen, that Trey was not having it. He's like, "Urgh, urgh." That dog felt the energy. That dog felt that energy, that spirit on Tiffany, and that dog was not here for it. The dog was not here for it. Because they say sometimes dogs and children can feel a person's energy, and they can tell you, not all the time, they can tell you sometimes if the baby usually your baby is usually calm and collected around people, and then they met somebody and they act up. They say, "Oh my God, he's not like that. He or she is not like that. He's not like that." People, I said, it must be something about that and that person. He's not feeling. That baby's not feeling. That Trey was not feeling. I was so laughing. He's like, I said Trey was activated. I know that's right, Trey. So Tiffany have couples night, and Fumi did not get an invite. So they said, "Is your man going to be around?" She said, "No, her man is invited." She's that's not getting invited. I said, "Girl, stop it. You didn't get invited. Because if you invite Stormy and her husband not gonna be around, so how the hell you not inviting Fumi? You didn't invite Fumi because the interaction you had with Fumi. You felt some way about Fumi. It's not because her husband's not around. And extend the invite and tell people it's a couple's night. If your couple's not around, then I advise you not to show up." So Kyla says she's not going to the couple's night. And Amber said she's gonna host at the store, And Stormy said she's gonna host too. But they was eating the food and stuff like that, and they gave them caviar. I said, "Don't give me no caviar. Don't give me none of that." I was Stormy. I said, "Listen, I'm a stunning person. I love stunning food. I grew up in soul food. Give me that. Give me that. Don't give me no extra, no caviar, none of that. No raw, no fish eggs, none of that." Yeah, I'm open to try new things, but some things I don't want to open to try, and that's one of them. No. Okay, how space my quiet tastes good, or if I get more money, I said nah. So we have a TikTok live. She invite the ladies to come, right? So Tiffany, they talk about Tiffany. What's this Tiffany? She has a surprise wedding. Yeah, this Tiffany. Yeah, what's Tiffany? What's Tiffany was Fumi. No, Fumi said she wouldn't like that. No, it's Tiffany. Tiffany said that. So they had to talking about it because I was trying to think like who was talking about it. So Tiffany was talking about she had a surprise proposal and it was a revival. It's like that. Said she had a surprise proposal. She was supposed to do a surprise birthday dinner for the husband, but the best friend and the husband was working behind the scenes and put this together. Not only that, he did a surprise proposal. He also planned the wedding with the best friend for 2 or 3 weeks. And then she would try on dresses with the best friend. And she put the dress that she likes on layaway. And come to find out that's the dress she wore for the wedding. And then she got pregnant while she was on the honeymoon. So they listen to the story and they say, "What? What?" And that's what people say. Well, I would not like that because don't surprise me with nothing. I like to know something like that. People say I would not agree with that. No. So I would say, oh, okay. So when Tiffany left, Fumi was on to the ladies. And both Amber and Sonetta did tell Fumi, yes, you should go and talk to her at the event, clear the air, address your issue with her there. Because you said maybe I would not, maybe I should go and talk to her and everything. They said, yeah, you should go, you should go. But then turn around and act like they didn't say that. I said, yes, I did. Yes, I did tell her that. Y'all didn't tell her it was not a good event. It was not. It was not time to go. It shouldn't do that. Don't do that there. Having a little private sit down with her one-on-one outside her event and then talk about that, but not her event. But y'all said, yo, y'all should go there and talk to her. So I was like, okay. So Stormy Canvas Beauty photo shoot. And that was cool. Lala did it. It was nice, lovely. They're gonna go live next week. So the TikTok live is coming up really soon. Really soon. They have been planning it like a little over 3 months. But still, stuff is still like not finalized or not tested or no run. They did a run on the day of. I said, don't do that. Like, I don't know. So what y'all doing? Y'all not planning this correctly. But they had this creative boot camp where they have content creators who want to expand on their stuff, but working with Canvas Beauty and expand on the products by basically being on the streets and get customers to like the products and do content creation and whatnot. So 2 creators at the freaking event bumped head. So the guy, and they had to do 500 to 1,000 hours, I think a week or something for content. Basically, meeting up with clients, showing them content, and putting it up there. And they bumped head. And I understand what he's saying, because what the situation was, they was working in some area and whatnot. The guy was talking to a client. Instead of her finding her own client and finding somebody else who's around, because he was in the middle of speech talking to the person, she came up and interrupted and talked to the client there, and he felt some way about that. Now, I don't know why he couldn't talk to her like in a private setting, one-on-one, but I think he talked about this out in the open, in a group setting, so we could nip this in the butt so it won't happen to another person. Now, when he was explaining the story, people was like laughing, or that's like that. Yeah. I agree. I felt them too. I understand when he explained it. I said I understand where he's coming from, because it is hard to fill content. It's hard to create it, and it's when you get clients and it's yours. It's like that. Why not speak to someone else? Why you come in and jump into my thing and cause an issue with my content and try to steal a client when you could have had someone who's walking down the street, right the same street, and you could have got them and create your own content. Especially we all need to create content. Listen. So yes. So, and then she was crying and felt like, because people was laughing, and she felt like that. I understand him. I don't think he was coming off as mean and harsh. He was spreading his grievances, and I think that's something she needs to hear. And I agree with him. I think that was not a good luck for you to do that. It was not a good look for you to do that. You should have went to someone else and talked to the other person. And that's where to go. So I like that how she had that boot camp. So, so stuff like that could be talked about and y'all can move forward. So Kyla was doing a photo shoot with someone, with a client, and she dated Jason. He's 52. They've been together for a year, and he is 17 years older than her. So she's like 35, 30 something right now, years old. And she got 4 kids. I think with the ex-husband, 4 kids. So I said, how that gonna go? But she was talking to him about how it's ready to take the next step or whatever it is, introduce slowly and gradually introduce him to the kids. Been together for a year. He's been good to her. He supports her and whatnot. And even though she wants to like do things, it's like that, he was willing to say, no, I want you to live your life and support you. And he's been there for her. And that's something that she wanted to hear, because most of the time it's mostly geared towards serving the man and whatnot. But when she tell him, was like he mostly wants her to live her, and he's there to support her. Tiffany had a event, the couples night. They played all the games. Even that game was like, ugh, what's that? So Tiffany came, not Tiffany, Fumi came and talked to Tiffany. Oh, sorry, I'm off the screen. And talked to Tiffany. And they had an action out, and Fumi was representing herself. And Tiffany was like, well, I don't think I was being malicious or condescending, whatever it was. And I don't think I didn't do that. That's not my recollection of things. And then when Tiffany was trying to talk, Fumi was kept talking, and she said, "Can you let her speak? You right, you right. Let me let you speak. You right." And whatnot. And I was saying, "Ooh, I don't know about those two, but let's hold up." Yeah. So Tiffany felt like Fumi is assuming things and not actually really ask her what was going on, because that's what this conversation is for, and try to see what it is. She saying how she felt. She said her feelings are valid. You feeling how you feel is valid, but you're assuming things. That's not what it is. But I said, I don't know. The energy that Fumi felt, you could tell, because when you watch that scene, Tiffany was giving much like, don't be trying to see my best friend and whatnot. So I don't know, like Tiffany is joking or she really does mean what she says. So it's super thing. So at the end of the day, they didn't really have like uh agree moment or move on moment. It didn't really solve to me. So Foodie left because she said she felt like the same way. She said she felt like she didn't say what she said and whatnot, and why you was here, and so many things. So Somi talked to Fumi. Then Somi came inside and talked to Tiffany and all of that. And Tiffany would say, I want to know what was her intentions. What's her intentions by coming here? And all that stuff like that. And why in my event where she was not invited? And they said, well, it said like they said that you told her to come, and they said, no, we didn't. No, we didn't. Sandetta straight up and Amber straight up said they denied it. And the producer told Amber, like, well, you did say that to Fumi. And Amber said, oh my God. And Amber said, oh my gosh, I did? Yes. Now you don't remember what you said? So you did tell her to come. That's why she came there. But so Stormy said, listen, I'll help you out. I pick up cups. I was at the hosting and whatnot. And Stormy had the Nigeria gear because, you know, at the Fubi event, she had each one of them tried on Nigeria outfit and they could buy it, purchase it if they want it. And that was cute. I loved it. It was good food. And they talked, they chilled, they fashioned, they checked outfits. It was a good event. And so when she said that, so Tiffany said, well, I need you to mop. Oh no, I'm not mop. I need you to 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 mop. I was like, why do you keep saying it? Like, so I was told me, I said, okay, first of all, I'm the hostess. I don't need to be mopping. Why are you having people who event you hired the space to clean up? Or usually you clean up your spot. Because you when you rent a space, you do your vent, you take what you have to take off, you take what you bought there, and then you leave, and they will clean up the space for the next person. Or sometimes when you be generous, you might clean up. Because sometimes they may have a clause that you need to clean up your spot before you leave. Or they may say you just take what you bring and we clean up the rest and whatnot. So, and usually the hostess stay at the front. They don't do the cleaning, as I know of. So she kept saying, I need you to mop. I was like, is you joking, Tiffany, or you really serious about that? Because Stormy at first saying she thought that she was joking at first. But when she kept saying it, saying it over and over, I said, what is it? I don't know. So now Stormy taking something that she have an issue with Tiffany about. It's like the energy. I felt energy, and the energy Tiffany's giving me is what I said. You feel the energy of Tiffany giving you is because of fool me, and then you add on, or just because the mop situation. Because I don't know. I would try to fill this girl out, and I don't know if she was serious or not, or she was actually trying to shade Stormy and say, you know, you the mop girl. So we'll see how that goes if they hash it out. But how y'all feel about that? Because I don't know. I said, try to get a benefit of the doubt. But that blessed one, people who watch the show with me, I said that blessed one might be something. But I don't know. It's not something that you can't talk over and let her know that you felt type of way about that. But we'll get in that. So Stormy is worried about her 48 hours live that she had on TikTok. And then she wanted to invite Martell to co-host with Lala to do a stream with her. And he agreed. I said, you could have get your husband, your fine ass husband to do it. Somebody else? Well, why can't me? Oh my gosh, how you doing? It's been a long time no see. Hey, morning, Sage. How you been? Yes, hotel. I said, why? Why do we need to see him? And I was annoyed to see him on the FaceTime. And I was sitting here annoyed. I say, see. That's part of the reason why they didn't care for Stormy and Freaking Love and Marriage Huntsville. Because out of all the stuff that this guy did, y'all still cool with a Negro. Stormy never beaten the allegations. Child. What was the allegation before? I'm trying to remember. But I was like, come on. Why Martell? Why him? Exactly. They love shipping around this guy. He's effed up his own bag. But she said, oh, well, Martell, you know, elder ladies like to see Martell. He is fine. I said, no, we can't take it away. Yes, you can't take it away that he's a nice looking guy. However, he's ugly because of his actions. It makes him look ugly. We don't care. He should never be on the show because he was on the show. No. We glad we see him on the show because now we know how he is. And no, nobody wants your dusty ass other than that figure Arion who thirst trap for you. It's like, oh, love is lady. Whether you like to hate it or like it. Did Melody just asking for back child support and wages scholarship? Listen, I have stopped keeping up with everything that's going on. What that? All I know that they are still legally going through these battles between each other, and Martell is trash. Period. So whatever Melody wants, give it to her because Martell is trash. And he shows numerous and two times that she got evidence on him, stalking, doing all this extra stuff, doing that. I said, boy, you worry about the wrong things. So I don't know what's going on. But you want to be Martell. I said, oh my gosh. I said, I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see no hot box. I don't want to see no Marsaw. I want to see none of those men cross over on the shows. I can't stand it. You can't show us a good person. We don't want to see you. So I don't want a man. You gotta ask Martell. And God, whatever. He agreed. She FaceTimed him. He agreed to do so. Good. So Stormy says she don't like the vibe of Tiffany. So she invited Kayla, Fumi, and Sonetta only. She disinvited Tiffany. So Sonetta, I think Tiffany and Amber were talking, and Sonetta called Amber while she's in front of Tiffany. And Sonetta said, "Oh, how you doing? Everything? Did you see the invite? What's going on?" She said, "What's the issue? What's happening?" Well, Stormy sent the invite, but only invited you, me, and Fumi, Kayla, and myself. And so Amber said, "Oh, so she didn't invite Tiffany?" And Tiffany said, "Well, you have a good time, girl." And Tiffany said, "I don't know what happened. What happened? What transpired from my game night to now? Were you disinviting me to your event?" So, so Kayla talked to her kids. I think her oldest son told his teacher to get off his meat. I said, "Oh, child, you know how they talk." And then she was telling her about her backstory with the name. We'll talk about that. Then the kids, so what do you want for dinner? One want pancakes, one want pasta. All that. So I said, ah. So listen, Kyla, you stressing yourself, trying to please everybody in the house and whatnot. Let me tell you this, Kyla Boo, in a family household, in a black family household, whatever your mother or father, whatever your parents cook is what you're going to eat. Fix your mouth and tell them what you want. It's like we don't get no options or choices. And mom said she making spaghetti, she making spaghetti. And mom said she making some rice and chicken and some collard greens. Like that's what you get in rice and chicken and collard greens. You get no different choices. Waste up your food. Catering to all these kids, different taste buds. But whatever, she cooked mostly easy meals anyway. Because she said she's not really a big cook. So cook pancakes with it is, and she overwatered the pancakes. Yeah, I cook different things for mine. Oh, okay. I mean, if it works, it works. If you fine with it, you fine with it. Because I know in my household, I want to cook whatever she cooked is what I ate, and she gonna cook nothing that we ain't gonna like anyway. Anyway, so and her cook, she be my mom, she dose down the food, so her food be good, slamming, delicious. But if you got like that, I think hey, sometimes you might do it. But if it's quick, I think it's no problem because she could put pasta. That's how I grew up, and I didn't try new stuff. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's crazy because because you eat what your mom cook and usually what they usually good at. So it's like that's why I would go to love Southern food because I would go to love eating Southern stuff like that and American cuisines. But after you get older, that's when you start trying other things like Italian food. I like Italian food and like French food and Asian food and other stuff like that. So yes, you start opening your taste buds when you start getting older and you get out and you start cooking your own, or have somebody who cook other cuisines and you start liking it. So yes, I agree. But I think the only way I think you would cook differently if your like kids got different taste buds, like on different allergies, or like that. That you can't cook for one, and you gotta cook for another one. So you have to adjust. You gotta try 3 bites, and then you can have your cauliflower pizza. My kids don't eat meat, and I do. Oh, okay, yeah, I do remember you saying your kids don't eat it, so you gotta cook a different meals for how you would cook yourself, and then they would have to cook their own. Cook something for them, separate from them. Hey, that's to say, that's the only way I think you would have different thing. If you have different like food lifestyles, like one be vegetarian, one eat meat, or one vegan, and one's like that. You got to substitute your meals and probably cook the same way, different ways. So yes, it might be tough if you got different taste buds and stuff like that, and or food lifestyles. But that's what it is. But it was funny. She said, "Oh, I want pancakes. I want pasta. I want pancakes. I want pasta." And that's like that. And she cooked the pancakes, and then she make the pasta, and then I guess whatever else we want to eat it. And then one of the kids had like a event, and she want her mom there. So I guess she had to ask. I don't know who she was on the phone with. I guess she was the ex-husband or something like that, because we didn't hear no voice. But I think she called and she put in a voicemail and asked her, can he be there for the other kids in their event? Because I want to be there for the daughter for her event. So I said, listen, as long as you're trying to co-parent and do that, good. But she said when she was having kids with her ex-husband, it was more traditional way. But as they started both working, he took more of the traditional housewife persona thing by being a house husband, take care of the kids and all like that. And she was the breadwinner. And now the divorce, she a full-time mom. So I don't know, full-time single mom. I say I don't know if the kids, when he has the kids or whatnot, she didn't express much over that. But she said she was growing up, dating. She was 18 years old, 17, 18 years old. She was dating some older guy. And this guy who she married to, who she divorced now, that was a guy. And he met her, and they were sneaking out and whatnot. And they put to talk. And at one time, they were trying to agree to tell her mom about their relationship. But her mom sneaked up on them. And they had to tell her. They found out, and then her mom kicked her out at the house. And then she said she didn't want to be shacking up or whatnot with a guy unmarried, so she married him real quickly, and then here we are. I said, "Ooh, Katie, you got some story, girl. You got some story going on." So, but then she said, I think she that father somebody died when she was young, and I don't know she would cause some daddy issues, but I think she said she might have some, but she said it's a need for young for love. And her father figure was not around for those long, so I think she's looking for an internet partner, and maybe that was she was. So that's what she said. With Jason, he want her to find herself and be more on her ground to herself, and not be all up on the man and dole on the man. Well, I think the ex-husband probably was different from Jason, and wow, it was not. Even though the roles were reversed or whatever it was. So her story is a lot going on with her. But listen. 35, 4 kids. Do we gotta do, girl? I hope that ex-husband is doing his part too, because baby, that's too much. So Stormy got the real box, and that real actual box was what's up. That box was legit. It was hard. It was nice. The inside looked nice. That's what it was. So it was better. He did kept his word. It felt like the thing was better than what she got before. So, but they said they got pick. They gonna ship the other boxes to her, and she said when they're gonna be ready. And they said a date, and she said, "Oh my gosh, I need that." I said, "Can we go pick it up?" So she gonna have her husband, they Courtney, go pick it up, and that's his name, right? And he drives a truck, or he owns a truck company, something like that, and he will go pick up the products so they can have it for the event, so it won't be too late. So Amber and Kylan is talking. That's her niece. Her niece also worked for Canvas Beauty, and her niece was dancing and things like that. She kept dancing while she was talking. I said, "Oh," she kept going. I said, "Oh, that's my girl." And they had a little banter back and forth. I was know what happened that her niece had to stay with her. But oop, night y'all. Good night, boo. Almost done it. Almost done anyway. Cause I have to work tonight too. So. But thank you for coming through, CM. I always appreciate you. But wait for live stream. The planning of the event has been all over the place. Like with the live stream. It's doing this and trying to square me up in the last minute. It was too much when the stuff like, especially like a big event like that. So you want to make sure everything's good. You better make sure the sound is good. You make sure you got the products. You want to make sure there's the right information. All that stuff, the last minute change you're making. It's like, it's too much going on. It's chaotic. So she said she played a live stream for like almost 3 months, and they had no sound. She was upset that they switched up the orders because they supposed to do a flash of the box, so people see the box on the screen, and they was ordering not the box. So the people they was actually ordering the trio and not the box. So people were looking at the link and thinking they ordering the box. They actually ordered the trio. So I don't know how they got that mixed up, what was going on, what was happening, but she would break it down. She was like, look, the harp is doing the most, shut the harp off. She about to cry and break down. I said, understand. I said, who messed that up and why didn't I fix that? And then when they started up the live, the sound wasn't going. So to fix the sound, I said, y'all should have all that going before that day. You don't do that all that stuff that day. You have to make sure that's ready the night before or a couple of days before and make sure it's good. So when you're on the day, things should be set. And we know sometimes things happen on the set. But as long as you have somebody so quick on their feet, it is what it is. But I was Belle Collector Birmingham, y'all. So we're gonna see. Like I do feel like Tiffany, I do feel like that Stormy should have talked to Tiffany and explained to her and have a conversation on why she disinvited her and what was the issue. Because I know we're gonna next episode, we're gonna have a little back and forth with this, like, because Tiffany was gonna explain. So it's like, you talk to Sonetta, and Sonetta tell me that you have an issue with me, and she said, so he said, what Sonetta said? She said, no, I want to know what was the issue, what you said. What she said, no, what you said, what she said to you. No, what she said, I said, come on, Stormy, like, what is passive aggressiveness? Tell her exactly what was the issue and why you disinvited her. Because I'm not liking that. You do the most. You invite this girl and then disinvite her and without any explanation. Then tell her nothing. That's messed up. I don't like that. But that was Belle Collective, y'all. That was both Belle Collective and Belle Collective Birmingham. Next week, hopefully, next week, probably Wednesday, I'll probably do Mr. Social Corner, and we're going to talk about some of the topics. We might have to talk about the Drew and the Ralph thing. We might have to talk about Ice Spice of it all, and some other, Meg, and some other people. So, good night. Good night. Love it. Yes, I enjoy y'all too. Hope you enjoyed the review. Please make sure you like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Share this video. Let people know about me. Let them know about Mitsu. And share it. Let people know about me. But I appreciate y'all. But yes, I still try to figure out what's the next book we're going to do, because I appreciate all the views and people commenting on the last book review that I did, 1,000 Hours Rich Minutes. That was a great book. So I'll try and do another book. I want to do a mystery book. I love mystery books. So I probably want to do that. Or might do a short story. So we'll see how that goes. So stay tuned for that. And then next week we'll do Mr. Social Corner and talk about some social topics. So if any social topics you want me to talk about, if it's online and it's interesting enough to talk about it, hit me on Discord or hit me on Instagram or Twitter, and you let me know. All right. Hope you have a good night. Yes, mystery. Yes, I love mystery books. When I was reading, when I'm in my 20s, when I was reading. Oh my God, the hood stories and the mysteries was taking my life. I was loving it. Especially mystery books. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Let me get here, get something to eat, and get my stuff ready for work. And I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out. All right. Have a good night.